Hey everybody, Plasma 1945 with breaking news. AIM-54s now shoot backwards. And there you have it. That is the current effect on the Tomcat and the AIM-54 Phoenix. That's right, it's even more broken. Although there was no updates whatsoever in the last notes about the patches to open beta, the AIM-54s are now doing something really funky when they go off the rail. This happens about 20 to 25% of the cases that I've observed, and those are two AIM-54Cs that just simply turn off and fly backwards. To coin a phrase from R.S. Finch, these are now the ultimate pacifist missiles that decide to go backwards and then do absolutely nothing. And I want to thank Valak for helping test out these shots here. Now, this originally started when we were testing out the AIM-120, and guys, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. There's a video on the AIM-120s coming out, because they are also semi-broken. But here we've got the AIM-54 Phoenix boosting up into stratosphere. You can see Valak's plane down below, conning and marking as he flies towards the targets, but his Phoenix decides, no, I don't want to go and blow myself up. I'm just going to turn sharp to the right and continue climbing into hyperspace. But that's not just the first Phoenix missile that's flying backwards. There's a second and a third. So let's jump over to, I believe this is now going to be the third missile, and this one was still burning and boosting as it started to make its spiraling escape away from Valak's plane. That's right, check it out. So it's burning. You can actually see its trail there as it makes a complete 180 and goes for a 270. I think if I was a skateboarder, I'd be very impressed with these Phoenixes, but for you as a pilot, the Phoenixes can no longer be trusted. Although there was no mentions of any updates or changes to the Phoenix, there were updates made to the AIM-120s, and this seems to be a shared function between the AIM-120 and the Phoenix, because now the Phoenix started doing these backwards shots and failures to loft. Funny story, the AIM-120 is doing something very similar. There's going to be a video out on that coming up next. But for now, let's take another look at this launch here. So Valak is Mach 1.18, 27,000 feet. Pretty good profile. His target is about 20 miles out. I guess the Phoenix is doing some crazy calculations in its head. Starts to go up as it should. But what it does is, instead of climbing and going on course for the target that is on Valak's nose, it starts to pitch to the right while it continues to climb and corkscrews out and away from the plane. The funny thing is, the second Phoenix does the exact same thing. It's almost like they're sharing logic. Now, they're not tracking any targets. I'm in the back there, but they're definitely not tracking me. The third one goes for an even steeper flip and then just continues to spiral up into space. This makes no sense, and guys, if you've seen this, let me know in the comments. Now, who is it affecting? It's affecting everybody who has open beta and who's installed the update last week. That is the week of September 19th. I believe the update came out on the 20th, 21st, 22nd, somewhere on there. Now, it is affecting matches. This is Aces 22 Nemesis versus Night Owls that I was streaming, and I called this AIM-54 that just started going slightly off course. Now, the previous ones were the Mark 54Cs, and this is a 54A Mark 60. But believe it or not, whether you've got a C or an A, they are all doing that same guidance thing. As you can see, the targets are slightly to the right and to the south of the Nemesis group, but their Phoenix decides to go over to the left and just continues to fly out to sea. Interesting behavior, but it is a terrible behavior, especially if you're in a match and if you're counting on these missiles. Remember, in some competitions, you're limited only to, say, 4 missiles, and if half of them do this, you're in big trouble. What's interesting is it's not just Aces that this was happening in. Right after this match, I jumped in and watched No Wheels do the stream of the TACT 2022, and guess what? There was more failures there. TMC Kingston decided to grab a Tomcat and flew 2 rounds with it. What did his Phoenixes do? Well, there was 1 or 2 that flew towards the targets, but the rest, very much in a peaceful and pacifist fashion, decided to turn around and fly back the way they came. So this is starting to affect PvP, PVE, and competitive matches in DCS World. So maybe there is a reason to stick to stable version, but open beta is definitely giving me heart attacks. And what's unfortunate is there was no updates that I saw about the AIM-54s. I could be wrong, maybe I just missed them, but guys, this is definitely a problem. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you've seen this behavior, I think this should be rolled back both for the 54s and also for the AIM-120s. But for now, make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, and join the channel, because about 20-30,000 people view videos, but I've only got 1,500-1,600 subscribed. So jump on board. Plasma 1945 out.